Inside the night here again, you're welcome to the show. My name is Amarachi Adimoko, the phenomenal voice. And of course, this program is brought to you by Stadium Side. I have today on the show this three. Why do they look me like that? I am blessed among men.
Where are we supposed to be looking at?
Blessed among men. I have three lovely men. I could just make a pick for Christmas. On my right, immediate right, left, right, left.
Turkey. You picked turkey for Christmas, not human being.
Yeah. Pick turkey for Christmas. And I'm not available. I've been taken. I go by the classical DJ Dika Divine, and it's a pleasure being here.
Anthony is my name. Anthony Uche to be precise, and I'm happy to be here.
Okay.
And as usual, your favorite black boy, Mba Emmanuel Nemeka.
Inside the night, we'll bring you premium football gist from MPFL to EPL, La Liga, Italian Series, France Ligue 1. And of course, we're going to start with our home front. Kun Khalifa were in action during the weekend, but it didn't. It didn't end not too bad, but not good either because they are still in the red zone. Approximately, they have 18 points from 18 matches. DJ Dika Divine, let's start with you.
Talking about Con Khalifa, charity begins at home. It is a club that this is the first time they're playing in the MPFL, and I think that is telling on them, structure-wise, from the club administration to the management to the technical aspect, and then the players. Everybody is telling on them. They went to Bauchi, Wiki Tories. They got a draw, good one, because that venue is not an easy one to play in the MPFL.
Okay.
So for Con Khalifa to go there with Obin Nauzoho, their coach, known as Obin Nayaya, the Black Moriho, going there to get a draw, well, I'll give them thumbs up. But the MPFL started on Friday with one team that have not lost away from home, talking about Rivers United, who are table toppers. They got walloped by their former player, Kabiru Abdullahi. He scored 2 goals, when he came into that game. He was the brain, behind the demolition of Rivers United, a team that have not lost away from home this season. This is their first loss.
I was quite disappointed.
Yes, losing in faraway Kanu to another team making their debut in the MPFL, talking about Barao FC, is, for me, the highlight of the weekend.
I wasn't expecting in fact, the least. I mean, it's an away match, right? I was expecting a draw at least.
Yes, Rivers been, the team with the result away from home, so I wasn't expecting them to lose. Not to talk of losing by 4 goals to 1. It's very rare to see this kind of results in the MPFL.
Right.
Yes, though a team went away to win, talking about Kennedy Boboye inspired Bendel Insurance, the defeated champions, Remo Stars, 3-2. But that is not my highlights.
That's a different.
But this 4-1 on Friday was just it. I wasn't expecting Rivers to lose. But Rivers, I think they will make a good ground when they trade tackles with Castina United. Kanu to Castina is close. So I will be expecting them to get a decent result from that one.
So they won't have much fatigue.
Yes.
Embrace, talking about Enyimba, they've been, I don't even know the word to qualify them right now. It's quite disappointing, the Enyimba that we used to know. And they've just been stumbling, getting a point. They're losing to teams they're not expected to lose to.
Yeah, talking about Imba, I mean, they've been huffing and puffing since this season. In fact, since the last 2 seasons now, Imba has been struggling, both home and away. But against the last match, they lost 3-2. And it wasn't a surprise because they have proven to find it difficult to pick points when it comes to their away games this season. They've changed their coach. I'm talking about the former
Stanley Guma.
Stanley Guma.
So, but then it seems that the team haven't gotten their rhythm back, and I do hope that they quickly get.
Maybe the problem is not with the coach.
Probably, because they've lost some very important players. Remember the Aimba of yesteryears with the kind of quality that the kind of quality players in that team during those days. But these days, it seems that other teams are catching up in the MPFL.
All right, Tony. You saw how Kun Khalifa, they started. In fact, initially I thought okay. Personally, I'm not expecting too much from them. Just stay afloat, even if it's 15th. They started well. I mean, drawing to Rangers initially, and getting a point where you're not expecting them. But now it's as if they've lost their rhythm, and with all the problems with the management and all other things.
Yeah, that's what happens when the tree gets shaken up. The weak leaves the fall, then the strong ones to stay on top. You always see newly promoted teams, not just in the MPFL now, across the world, across different top flights. When you get promoted, you carry that momentum from your promotion season into the league. You see it multiple times with Norwich over there in England. They start really well, but then when the challenges actually come, when you have to play 2 games every two days, and then you get the travel challenges, you go from the east to the north in rapid quick time, not enough time to acclimatize and rotate. So things like that will always play a part. And then for players who are not experienced, this is where the experience comes in. So for players who this is their first time in the top flight, this is the first time you're having to shuffle and operate on this timetable. You hardly even get time to talk with your family members. You're always on the road. If you travel by road, you go to the north, you spend 2 or 3 days on the road, your legs will pay for it. Because then as soon as you land, you go to training. You don't even get enough rest. These things will always, your body will take time to get used to these things, and that's where the experience comes in. You learn to rotate, and even on the manager's side. So these are the challenges that they're having to face now. Whether or not they stay afloat, I'm not sure, because 4 teams go down.
But we still
That's
have
the problem.
20 more matches.
Yeah,
to
20
go.
more matches to go. That's what you keep telling yourself until it's March, and then you're not where you're
You cannot
supposed
be
to be.
picking approximately 1 point per game.
Yeah, they're averaging a point per game, 18 from
and
18
expect to stay
games.
afloat.
You might stay afloat if every other person is equally as bad. So one thing about relegation is just hope. 3 other teams or 4 other teams are worse than you are. You don't necessarily have to be excellent. Just don't be as bad as the 4 other guys underneath, so that they will pay for your sins. But as it seems now, as it's looking, they're one of those poorest teams in the league, and
Right.
it shows in the results as well.
Exactly.
Especially if you keep dropping points at home.
Exactly.
The
That's
number
not
of points they've thrown away at home from leading positions as well. Not just the fact that you're losing games 2-1 when you were 1-0 ahead. It's not only that you lose points, confidence-wise also the players struggle. They feel like they're not good enough because you always go ahead and somehow you bottle those points.
But I've watched those boys play. They're not bad.
That's where the psychology comes in. Being good enough to play football sometimes is not good enough. You need the experience, the mental toughness that comes alongside having the skills is okay. Are you strong enough to do it when you're training you down?
Well, they'll be in action again next week at home against Katsina United. Can they pick a point from that particular meetup? Where we'll find out on Monday. While Rivers will be meeting Enugu Rangers. Enugu Rangers is another team. They've not been spectacular, but they've not been bad either this season. So they play. You expect them to play magnificently. They just do something.
Enugu Rangers is an efficient side. They win by a goal to 0. It doesn't matter. They get the points, especially at home. They've not been as flamboyant as they were 2 years ago when they were title winners in the league. You see them, games where they blast opponents 3-0, especially at the Cathedral. But this season, they just get the wins. And then when they go away, anything really can happen. But at home, they win 1-0, 2-0, 1-0, 2-0. It doesn't matter. Get the points. This is the most important thing in a league format.
I think for Rangers, what actually has done that is because of the commitment of their gaffer, talking about Fidelis Ilechukwu, who is with the Super Eagles of Nigeria and Morocco.
Right.
Remember, he's one of the assistant coaches to Eric Schell. So the assistant has been taken over. And if you look at the log, Rangers, they are currently fourth on the log. Okay, they are 5th because they defeated the Ikorodu City last time out by 2-1. But like Uchirito said, Rangers have been that team that will just go by the odd goal. When they score one, they just sit back to defend themselves. But I think it's a decent way to go when you play in the MPFL. And for last season, they are one of the side that have the best away results, behind Remo Stars.
They were even worse at home than
they were worse at
Exactly.
home. They were losing games by 4 goals, by 3 goals at home, but they will go away from home and then they will grind out the result. But this season, the reverse is the case. They're getting the results at the Cathedral and then losing points away from home. But then over the weekend, they were able to score 2 past Ikorodu and then defend well, to scale past. Ikorodu is a tough side to beat.
Exactly.
So wherever they meet you and then you get the 3 points against sides like Ikorodu in the MPFL, you know that you've actually done well for that particular game.
And I must say, I've been impressed with Ikorodu City since coming onto the
Since they came, yes.
since last season. I mean, for a team who more or less per se doesn't have top flight experience, coming on, even at some point in the league last season, challenging for
For continent, for the
Yes.
continent,
Yeah,
they did.
and this season they've actually been doing fine. So I'm actually impressed with what they have been doing rather. But the surprising team of this season MPFL remains the defending champions, Remo Stars. I mean, they basically lost as much games this season as compared to
They've lost
last
10 games out of 18.
I think they're still, in fact, they've not recovered from their trip to the continent.
Although I feel what actually happened to them was their best players from last season all left. When I mean their best players, their top 5 players all left Remo Stars. So, you know how difficult it is to replace those experienced players in the MPFL.
Right.
It's quite difficult. And then, coupled with the fact that Coach Benga Ogumodede is also with the Super Eagles, I know someone will say Ilechuku is also there with them, the coach of Rangers. But then, all these things affect because structure-wise, the way I structure my team is different from the way Uchirito might structure his team. So, I might not be there and it affects the team. Uchirito might not be there and it will not affect his team. It all depends on how, they structure their team. So, I feel this is one of the things that is affecting Remo Stars.
Okay.
Yes, this season. So I believe that they will be able to come out of these lackluster performances they've been churning in, especially this loss to Bendel Insurance at home. Too bad for them.
Well, this season, one can say MPFL has been competitive. I mean, interesting things. Look at Abia Warriors. I think they might go to the continent again this season if they continue.
For Abia Warriors, what is working for them is their manager, Imama Bakabo. The guy has.
You didn't go again. Thought you
You
wanted to leave.
Yeah, he wanted to leave. Yeah.
You was throwing tantrums here, there, and everywhere.
But the club refused.
Yeah.
They had to pull some strings.
Sensibly as well.
All right, let's take a trip to Spain La Liga, where, interestingly, the top 2 teams won 2-0, and their opponents picked up red cards. Your team won
As expected. Villarreal.
from away.
Exactly. Villarreal has been finding it difficult to beat a Barca side.
They haven't beaten you since 2007.
Exactly.
It was a
So,
long time.
so
very
it wasn't
long
a
time.
surprise that Barca won that match. And if you go back to the records, you will notice that this is a fixture that has always been turning out goals when it comes to goals in this fixture. You almost be certain that
I was
there will
rather
be goals.
disappointed. Villarreal couldn't get anything really because when they eventually did, but the highlight
You were
they were
disappointed?
caught offside. Yeah, I was disappointed because having gotten the red card, it might have boosted morale if they still went because after the red card they still went ahead to equalize at that point until the offside the VAR ruled the goal out. Yesterday, and then after that it was just all Barcelona.
Well, even though Madrid won their match yesterday, they are still trailing
By 4 points.
4 points behind Barcelona.
Yeah,
Dika, do you think they can meet up?
Who?
Madrid.
Madrid is not serious this season. Are you guys serious? He's a Madrid fan. They are not serious.
I thought as much.
no. By at November, Real Madrid was the best team by far, the best team in La Liga, leading by 5
That
points.
is why I said you guys are
And
not
now
serious.
they are 4 points behind. So what's to suggest that Barcelona will not, capitulate as well as they did at the start of the season? Because I always tell people, Barcelona, Emmanuel here, he knows, we always talk about it constantly. Barcelona are 1 injury away from going back to where they were at the start of the season.
Just one injury.
A Rafinha injury away, yes.
Okay.
Rafinha is by far their best player.
Yeah,
I've always
yeah.
told him that he's
Clearly.
he's not necessarily the best player, but he's the most important player in the team. Just like I always keep telling people how.
But a lot of
important-
people will say, Yamal, come
That's why I
on.
said.
what-
That's why I said he's not necessarily the best because he's not the most flamboyant.
Yeah.
But he's the most important player in the team. The balance he brings to that team. When he's in the team, it doesn't matter if it's Ferran Torres that strikes, if it's Lewandowski that strikes. Somehow you get chances created because he's part of the team, and he doesn't stay one place. Yamal hawks that right wing, and then anything he does off the right wing. Rafinha is a lot more central. He even goes to the left to play. That's
I
how
prefer him
dynamic
to
he-
Yamal.
Exactly my point.
I
He's
prefer
more
him.
important to them, in my opinion, than Yamal is. Yamal, no doubt, the most flamboyant player, the most important player when it comes to attacking. But when you talk about balance, I always tell it as well, to Real Madrid fans as well about Rodrigo. Rodrigo brings balance to that attacking three of Real Madrid
Exactly.
in ways people might not see.
Yeah.
As well as, and his presence alongside Jude Bellingham's presence is absolute balance for the attack.
The two most important players for me
Yes,
at Madrid.
Yes, but people will not notice it because he barely contributes directly to goal. But then when you see the moves he makes, the runs he makes,
And then when he's absent,
exactly, you
Yeah,
feel it.
you
You
notice
feel
it.
it
You
a lot
notice
more.
it,
So
Then when
yeah.
you consider that he went almost 32 games without scoring.
without scoring. That's why I said he doesn't contribute to goals directly or even gets the goals himself. But when you analyze the games and then you see the moves he makes, the runs he takes defenders, and even on the ball, his ability on the ball just eases a lot of pressure because then you can give the ball to somebody who can keep it for about 3 to 5 seconds and at worst concede a foul at the end.
well, from what you said in earlier, it would take an injury from Barcelona for Madrid
No,
to win.
not necessarily
I
an
get-
injury,
I-
but
I
I'm
get
saying
what-
they
I
are
get-
one injury away.
I get what
Not
you said.
necessarily-
I get what
They can
you
still
said.
be playing,
When
and
you-
Real Madrid will play as well and get to the top.
When you consider
Okay.
Yes, this is a possibility. They were playing when we were playing as well. I mean, this form that we are talking about, he's tagging us on serious. All of these things happened inside 1 month.
November.
To show you how crazy it was, before I went to camp, Real Madrid were top of La Liga by 5 points. I went to camp 3 weeks, I came back.
You went to screening camp?
Yeah. No. I just went to camp. Just know I went to camp. So when I came out, they were trailing by 4 points. These things we are saying happened 2 games, 2 losses, and a draw. That was it. So that's how quickly. 4 points. What is 4? 4 points is a loss and a draw.
Okay.
And you find yourself behind, chasing again. So there's still a lot of time to go. I mean, this is match week 15.
Let's hope
There's a long-
for
there's a long
Mbappe's
time.
sake. I hope they come back
Necessarily
and maybe
for
lead.
Mbappe's sake. I don't
Personally,
really-
for Mbappe's sake,
Let us say
But
the La Liga is just a 2-team competition.
it's looking like it.
It's becoming
No. Of course, he's about 20 goals ahead of the next person. He's got almost 30 goals now. For Madrid this
Mbappe.
season. And the next person is Vinicius with 5 goals. So it's his head and shoulders above everybody else
Yeah,
when it comes
clearly.
to contribution to go. But if one player gets you bulk of your goals, at the end of the day, if you win, it doesn't matter. When Messi was at his prime under Pep, he scored lots of the goals.
He scored about
91
in the calendar year.
And that
nobody
about-
was even complaining
Exactly,
about that.
exactly.
We're all,
as long as you win,
Yes.
it
That's
doesn't
the
matter who
most
scores the
important
goals. But that's a risky game to play because if Mbappe gets injured,
It's-
then
That's
it
the
takes,
problem.
It takes a game or two for somebody else to step
To
up.
score.
Yeah.
All right, on in Serie A, Italian Serie A, the 3 top teams, Inter, Milan, and I'm talking about AC Milan and Napoli. 33, 32, 31. Only Inter won their match during the weekend.
They all went away to Saudi Arabia to play the Super Cup.
yes.
So they didn't actually.
They
play
didn't
La Liga,
actually-
So they are just as
They're just as they were last
ahead
week,
of the
yeah.
weekend,
And
yeah.
they're still like that. Just a point, Inter 33, AC Milan 32, Napoli 31. I think this is actually the most competitive league this season.
It has been quite this way, but it's not with 3 teams. I remember last season, the 2 seasons ago, Inter have always been pushing, but then eventually, like last season, where they lost almost everything at the end of the season, losing in the Champions League final. Losing the Champions League final, yes.
And yeah, Roma is still there
Yes,
too.
Yes, losing the Coppa Italia in the same week as well, and then losing the title as well to Napoli under Antonio Conte. So they're always there and thereabouts. Then somebody else steps up to challenge them.
Maybe
And
they
this
could
is
get a redemption this time around.
I really hope so for Christian Schiff, who is not it was never going to be an easy task taking over from Inzaghi because of how successful Inzaghi was.
Exactly.
And for his sake, Kivu has done something sensible in my opinion. Something somebody at Celtic will probably learn a lesson or 2 from. He went into a team playing 3-man defense, 5 off possession, under the 3-5-2 formation that they were playing under Inzaghi. He left it the way it was. Because that's what the players were
But then
used
again,
to.
he has been more pragmatic when it comes to his.
Because this is, like I said, this is probably not his setup. This is probably not the way he would have loved to play. But you come into a team that is balanced.
Then you
Winning.
don't disrupt.
Yes, sensible. The sensible decision, keep it the way it is. That's what I'm saying.
That is
about-
smart thing to do.
Yes, that's what I say. That's what I say. I'm pointing fingers at Celtic. Wilfred Nossi goes in there, takes a team that Martin O'Neill has taken, won 7 games out of the 8 games he coached them. You change the formation. You confuse the players.
That was the same thing Anslot did
Yes,
with the Jurgen Klopp
yes,
team,
exactly.
and then he gave him
worked out for
success.
him.
Now when he changed to his own formation,
formation,
It's not been working.
Yeah.
Talking about Anslaughter, that will get us to the most popular league in the world, and that's EPL. Intentionally, I did not wear my jersey today.
Because you lost over the weekend.
Not be shame.
Why didn't you wear your jersey?
Because
No,
you
no,
lost.
I
Who
just.
wants to support a
No,
losing
no, no,
team?
it's
What-
this
what-
Manchester,
what's
this
up?
Gen Z Manchester United fans.
You had
Yeah, I started supporting Manchester United since 1998.
Okay.
So there is no results that will make me denounce the club or not to follow
mean,
the
your
club.
I want to. I mean, if I why would I denounce the club when Arsenal fans have not denounced
I
Arsenal?
mean, you're not putting on the jersey is denouncing the club.
No, it's not.
Intentionally.
It's not like he's putting on
You're running away from
Barcelona.
it. You're running away from it.
Yeah, you're now mentioning someone else because for Manchester United,
Okay.
I mean, our problem this season is Ruben Amorim. Let's start from there because we just spoke about Christian Chivu. We spoke about managers, even in APL. We've seen Anslot, do very well from what his predecessor, left. He continued from there and he achieved results. Now he's stick back to his own formation that is affecting him. Come on, Amorim. I've said it not here, but I've said it time without number. You knew you were losing 3 players to the AFCON, and you knew that you had limited players.
They only got their African passports.
You knew you had limited players. So what's up with this crying foul? And now, just like the way somebody has planned, Bruno Fernandes is injured. He's out.
For 1 month.
You could have put the hamstring. It could have been worse.
It would have been worse.
It could have been
Yeah.
worse. He spotted it quite early. I mean,
Yes, and then he would have been worse, but he just did the
if he
needful.
forced it, he could have.
What I'm saying, I'm only coming to Man U. I will support those that have said he doesn't believe in the talents from Man U, but he goes outside to bring Aquata, like we call it in local palace. You bring players that are not at the standard of even the academy products, and you put them in the team.
Tell me why he's benching Mino. I want to understand.
It's not only Mino. What is Dogo even doing when you had a player like Harry Amas who you've sent out on loan? You are limited in midfield and you're sending Toby Koya on loan.
What's my biggest confusion?
What is Luke Shaw doing at
What's he
centre
doing
back?
at centre half?
That is big question.
He's by far your best
Your best
left-sided,
left-sided player.
fullback,
Exactly.
wing back, whatever you want to play him as.
Take Luke, yes.
So why
Play
not-
Luke Shaw as a wing back. He has his speed. He has his skill. He even have the ball sense more than Dogu. So why are you playing someone who is in that height at centre back, and then you're playing Dogu ahead of him? I mean, there are a lot of questionable decisions he has been making. See, clearly, I wouldn't have been talking about him and these decisions if it had been working. But it's clear it's not working. When it's not working, you have to change it.
Worked for a while. When you guys went on a good run.
It
Almost
didn't work
made it- almost
initially.
made it 5 from 5.
And
those
those
You want
those
to-
if you
only
see
3 games.
But
those games,
they've been on a good path.
yes, especially away from home.
They've lost only 2 games in the last 8. I think.
Against
So
Eight matches away from
that's a
home.
couple parts.
This is
That's
his
a couple
first loss,
parts,
so you give that to him,
you
yes.
give him, yeah.
But then you also look at where I'm coming from. The academy side is a player like Fredrickson that has good potential, but you don't believe in him. Yes, you brought in Heaven is fantastic, but Euro has been shaky. So when you know that Mazroy is leaving for the AFCON, Fredrickson would have been a player to come in. Now, we're talking about Lacey, a youngster that have been doing very well for himself from the academy. But he doesn't have that trust in them because he played Ahmad and Mbemo 90 minutes. Yes, we are inside 90 minutes. Maybe that was why Amorim did that. But he played them 90 minutes without introducing these guys that will take over from them when they leave. The AFCON is 1 month. And you know that this is December, where you have 3 matches in 8 days in the Premier League. And remember that Manchester United is playing 1 match a week, unlike the top clubs. So
You have European commitment.
what do they do? Yeah. What do Amorim do in 5 days? I mean, it's like they come, okay, Becca, lie down, sleep, Ucherito, eat. I don't know what they do, what he trains them for. Because the game against Aston Villa was one game he wouldn't have lost if he had done his homework very well.
I think he would have lost regardless.
Well, we saw Arsenal win Everton.
If you saw that game, you would think otherwise.
No, I saw the game. You had spells.
More ball possession, more shots on target. Yes, no, yes,
That's for the
definitely.
first half.
The
That's why I
results.
said they had
With the
spells.
first half.
United had spells. Even when Morgan Rogers scored, it was against the run of play. The first goal.
the first
When
goal.
the first goal came, it was against the run of play because it was on a counter, and Manchester United were on top at that point in time.
yeah.
And that's where what you said about Euro. You said Euro has been awful.
Yes.
Which I agree. But Euro is young.
No,
the
he's young.
player I had a lot of problem with for the 2 goals Villa scored yesterday. Diogo Dalot doesn't seem to have. It seems when he got his job at United, the job description didn't include him being a
No,
defender.
the Godalo is supposed to be playing for Concalefa.
Exactly my point.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Disrespect to Kon Khalifa, but
No disrespect to Kon Khalifa now.
What I mean,
don't
you
because
understand- you
yeah,
understand
I
what
understand
mean.
you.
He doesn't. So he's been at United for quite a long time. I remember he was there.
He's almost the oldest. No, he came. Under Mourinho. Mourinho bought him.
He
went
went
on loan
to
and then
AC Milan.
yes, came
I
back.
remember he came
We got him from Porto. Yeah.
He came, went on loan. I think around 2019 because I remember him playing with Brahim Diaz at at Milan with Zlatan.
Yeah.
And then he came back. He was even playing left back then because Davide Calabria was quite good at right back at Milan, so they let him continue. So when he came back, for some reason he doesn't seem to improve, but he still gets in the team. Even when Ronaldo was there, for some reason,
And he's playing his
he has a
favorite-
valuable game.
his favorite
pops up with one
position.
assist.
Yeah.
Pops up with one assist, and that covers a lot of the mess he does during the game. So I don't quite understand if Dalot doesn't want to defend. He could just say he doesn't want to defend, and then they play him as a winger.
No.
Two of your big
That is what a
wingers
good
are
manager
out of
should be
AFCON.
able to decipher.
Yeah, so
During
two of your big
training,
wingers
that is why I
out
said
of AFCON.
it's like
pushing forward, go and play there because he doesn't seem to have any business in the defense. Look at Rogers almost lost that ball to throw in.
Yeah.
He recovered the ball, so that meant he took more time for him to position himself, cut inside, play the shot, take the shot he had to the far post, and all the while that was going on, Diogo Dalot was nowhere in the picture.
and a wing back.
Because it was Hugo. It was Hugo who pushed out to go and cover him,
Though late.
close him down. A centre back is not a full back. You're not as mobile. You're not expected to be as mobile as a full back if you're a centre back. So when you get that turn, when somebody does a step over on you and cuts the ball, you take a lot more time to react as a centre half because it's 1v1. If you're playing centre back 1v1, you mostly deal with crosses as a centre half. You deal with something on the air or block shots. You don't necessarily come up against people who take you on 1v1, of course, unless you come up against strikers like Ronaldo de Lima, who will take enough time and deal with you personally. So fullbacks
There
are
are
set.
one of
we
the
have,
most
we have
skillful.
a lot of in fact, a lot of players
Yeah.
in Man U don't have any business being in Manchester United.
Dalot
But-
for me is the first of them.
But that's a discussion for another day. We saw the Arsenal win Everton. Everton, in the last 3 matches, they've proven stubborn.
Which Everton is.
Everton, now that's the way we say you go believe, say normally you go beat them.
Forget-
Then they go come, they go
Forget
surprise
Everton.
you.
Everton is just that team in the Premier League over the years that they will just remain there. Yes, they are spoilers. I will know that David Moyes is one manager that is average. That is his level. Yes, David Moyes is average.
average
No,
now.
no,
I agree.
He's
not
an,
for me.
He's an
Not
average
for
manager.
me. Not with over 100. Not with over 100 coaching appearances already in his books. David Moyes for me is one of the best British. Not even talking about Scottish.
Well, if you
One of
talk,
the
if you
best
talk about British,
managers.
because British
Ever.
managers, they've not had fantastic managers now.
Yeah, but he's still one of them.
Well, aside Alex Ferguson, who is a British.
There's Alex Ferguson there.
Yeah.
There was a certain, Brian Clough for Nottingham Forest, won the 2 Champions
Brian
League
Clough,
with
do
them.
you know this name you mentioned now? A lot of people will Google it.
Exactly.
That's what, no, but they still
Clough.
count. Even Graham,
Yeah.
Graham with Arsenal, 1-0 to the
Okay,
Arsenal.
we're
So
talking about
no, he cannot.
Like
David Moyes-
Eddie Howe.
No, but he's not. He's not necessarily. Eddie Howe is not
Graham
necessarily. Eddie Howe is not necessarily.
Brendan
a modern day
Rodgers.
manager. He's just been here for long enough. Like as I said, he has over 1,000 games under his belt.
For
That's not
me-
what. That's not what.
for me,
modern
But that's
managers-
not
average,
how you
yes.
assess.
Why?
No, of course.
That you've
let-
had-
let me
you've had
explain.
No. That's how you assess. If
Okay,
you're that
you've
bad,
had
you won't
100
get.
games
If
as
you're
a
that
manager.
bad, you won't get 1,000 games in
let
the
me-
Premier
let-
League. I'm talking about the Premier League.
Yes, of course.
I'm talking about the Premier League.
Daniel-
how difficult the league
Daniel
is?
Farke,
If you're
you-
that bad,
remember
you won't get
Daniel
1,000
Farke?
games. Yeah, I know him. He's at Leeds United.
He's at Leeds United.
Doing very well as well.
Yeah, doing very well. You remember how many times he has coached Norwich? He brings them to the Premier League and goes
if
back.
He was not good,
But
if
me,
he was not that
okay,
good at bringing them from the
when I
Championship,
said
he won't get the job.
when I said
For
when
me-
I said
for me-
average,
for me,
sorry,
I think-
sorry. When I said average, I was looking at. Yes, he has managed over 100 Premier League games, like you said,
yeah.
but he has not been able to convert a lot of trophies
Exactly.
but
to his cabinet. Sorry, I'm just
depends on the
explaining.
club you
I'm just
coach.
explaining why I said.
So,
I'm
no
just
matter-
explaining.
No matter how good,
But then-
no matter
but
how
then-
good a manager
but
you
then-
are, for instance.
okay.
Wait a minute. DJ Rika, no matter how good you are as a manager, if you take up a club, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but then somebody has to answer the name. If you pick up a club like Everton, even Newcastle before finally Saudi money came, there are some clubs you pick up. It doesn't matter how good you are tactically, you're not going to win anything.
But Newcastle in the 90s,
Yeah.
they were fantastic.
But they were not winning anything.
No, they were. They won the Premier League.
They won the Premier
No,
League.
they did.
No, just
in the
one.
90s. Everton has not.
Blackburn were better than them in the 90s.
No, it was yes. Blackburn and
You get my
Newcastle,
point.
they
Yeah.
were there.
So
So,
when I
why I
mean-
mentioned Moyes averagely.
What are the teams he's been coaching?
No, why
But they
I
gave you
mentioned
the
The
him
biggest
averagely.
team on his
They gave you the
portfolio
United
is
job.
Manchester United, and he
And
was set up
And what did he do?
by his fellow Scotsman and then got fired barely 6 months after that.
The same. He
We're
coached.
talking
He
about
coached West Ham.
no matter how you
Exactly.
put
The
it.
same
No
West
matter,
Ham he
you know
coached.
what they say. It's not how far.
He won the conference league.
He
He
won
You know
the
how they say
Conference
it's
League.
not,
He
it's
won
not
the
how
European
far, it's how
tournament.
well.
I
How
just
well.
mean average, but
Give him his flowers.
Let's
man. He's
look at the
average.
game.
He cannot win a continental trophy. No
Let's
matter how
get,
small.
let's get back
and
to the
pretend that's
Arsenal
average.
game.
He's not.
The Arsenal
Yes,
game
so the
against
Arsenal
Everton.
game.
And
I
his
wasn't-
Everton team is not average either.
I wasn't expecting Everton with David Moyes to do anything against Arsenal, even though Arsenal will not win the league.
Why
Yes.
do you keep saying this?
Arsenal will not win the English Premier League
personal.
for the
Even
you
2025.
believe
No,
Arsenal
it's
will
not
not win.
personal. This is not personal.
I haven't
No,
said
no,
anything
no.
of
This,
such.
this is not personal.
Yeah.
This is not personal. But let me tell you, Arsenal will not win the league.
Why?
Manchester City will win the league. And then in May, there will be a bottle of champagne here for you guys to celebrate me. Because Man City will win the league. I'm a Manchester United fan,
But
and
they
I'm
are
saying
noisy
this.
neighbours. What's going
No,
on?
yes, because practically, I'm a
finally
very,
considered
I'm a very
the
practical.
City is in their
No,
hands now.
when I see good, I say it's good.
Yeah.
City, we've not been saying much about them, but they've been
Because they've not
grinding.
been really good.
They've been grinding in the results.
But they've not
Exactly.
been really good.
Yes, you might say
But
that.
they've not
I
been bad
agree with you.
either.
They-
They've not been really good, but they've not been bad either.
That you don't win the
But-
league if you're not
but-
really good
but-
or bad either.
But they've
I
been
think Arsenal
grinding
will win
in
the league
the.
eventually.
They've been grinding
I
in the
hope so.
results.
I think it's their year.
But I don't think so.
Because why do I say it? City are a Haaland injury away from problem.
When-
Just
when-
like we said about Mbappe at Madrid.
You're talking
Haaland
about-
is head and shoulders above the rest of the team when it comes to scoring goals. And mind you, City, since they slumped in form, went on that very, very horrible run that they went on last season and it's even rolled into this season. They're always a bad performance away from getting back into that headspace where they can't seem to get anything right. Remember the most recently the Bayer Leverkusen game. They're always
you know-
capable of putting up these.
Do you know why I
performances that
told
see
you?
and then
Do you
question
know why
your-
I said?
your
Do you know
commitment
why
to
I
it.
said they will win the league? Now, the Arsenal factor comes in.
The bottling factor.
That's no
The
factor.
bottling factor, yes. The Arsenal elephant bottling. Elephant goes soon knock for ground. It's obvious. I've saved
You know that
my.
the three don't
These
strong.
three no strong anything to. Elephant don't chop enough. Elephant has eaten Madueke. They've added Madueke to the elephant, so it's bigger. They've added the Bereze to the elephant. They've added Yokeres from Temu. You understand? They've added him there.
He scored last
So
weekend.
yes, but he's from Temu. We've not seen the real Yokeres from
Better
Alibaba.
And that got them the
Better
win.
than-
So now
That
the
got them the
elephant
3
is
points.
now.
That
He's
That goal
more
got them the
fat.
3 points.
The elephant will fall. Believe you me, by February you will not see Arsenal on top of the 3.
Leka. After that
And then
season,
you know
Atletico.
what I want to remind you is City have this factor. The last 13 matches of the season for the last 4-5
I know,
seasons
I know.
they win
These are around
all,
when they
and
come
that is
alive.
when
Yeah.
City will win the league.
These are around where they
We'll
come
see
back.
about
Because
that.
I still feel
I decide-
Arsenal squad is
Exactly.
deeper, stronger.
Exactly.
I mean, Yokeres goes out injured. Merino goes up and scores like he's a
Okay.
striker.
Let me.
It's
We'll
almost
see.
like it doesn't matter. And
I
then
still,
Gabriel Jesus is back
I
as
still
well.
believe,
Gabriel
based on
Jesus
their
is
squad,
back as
their
well.
squad depth,
Yeah, squad depth.
Arsenal
Let me-
have more to show this
Trossard,
season.
they'll be struggling to get goals. And somebody like Trossard, who you
Let me
least
let me
expect to
let me
come
come
in and
in.
get the goals.
Like I said there last week on our last episode, I said for me Arsenal is going to win the league. The thing is, we all know that they normally struggle when it comes to December.
Seeing
January.
it off, seeing out
Exactly.
the season. Yeah.
But if they should eventually go past this period, this December January fixture,
it's just 2 points actually.
Then
No,
they will survive it.
I call it. Arsenal is going to win the league.
Who which league? We're not talking about the MPFL here.
Well, Arsenal will be playing Brighton in their next feature. And interestingly, certain Chelsea that struggled to draw Newcastle will now be playing Aston Villa, who won Man U, while Man U will play Newcastle.
Aston Villa is they've won 10 matches on a row, so those guys are.
Emery.
So they're saying they're
in the
going to
form.
beat. Someone is saying this is going to be Arsenal. Chelsea is going to win Aston Villa.
I mean, this is the type of game Chelsea win.
Yes,
actually.
this is the
They
type of
tend
game
to
they
struggle against the smaller teams.
and then
Like
they will
Sunderland.
spoil your
Yeah,
record.
they like to struggle against the likes of Sunderland
And then
and
when you
smaller
write them
teams.
off, they come
And
back
then
to
when they
win.
come up against teams that, you know what they say about good players, playing against good players, you step up your level naturally.
And then show
So I
your
think
capability.
that's what Enzo and Chelsea does. I mean, look at the Club World Cup, for instance. They come
Yeah,
up against
right.
I mean,
by far the best team in the world.
in the
Paris
world.
Saint-Germain, and then he let them.
Talking about Chelsea, Aston Villa. This is I say it a lot. Chelsea is not a consistent team. We agree, but Chelsea is that team that can beat any team any day, on a good day rather.
You get what thing they surprised me from Beckham. I never see Man U fan with the support Chelsea like this.
I know we started support
Becca is
Chelsea.
not a Man U fan.
If you talk say Chelsea, we can't leave.
Has she been telling you guys she's a Man U fan?
I know
I
that.
am right here to tell you that Becca is not a
I'm
Manchester
a
United
diehard
fan.
Manchester United fan. Wait till they talk. I just
Let us ask a
appreciate
question.
good game, good
Let us ask a
matches,
question about
good
Manchester
team.
United.
Okay,
Who is Amorim assistant coach?
one guy like that.
You see? She's not a Man U fan.
I don't understand. Man, you
She's
know
a
they play
Chelsea.
good. I'm
She's
not,
a Chelsea. Yes.
Ask her Chelsea star
you know,
manager.
not do like that. Not do like that. I be Man U fan. I get Man U jersey.
Look, why you just not make a Man U fan?
I get My jersey. Okay, actually, you know that question where they ask you, how did you become a Man U fan? Is it by accident? Now because red is my favorite color.
No, listen. Now because so waiting.
Red is my favorite color.
But Liverpool wears red. Liverpool are even known as the Reds. Bayern. No, I mean in the
No,
Premier
Red
League.
Devils now. Man U now. Now Man U be Red Devils now.
So
Eh.
the Reds.
Liverpool
so
are known as the Reds.
Liverpool are the Reds.
Now Man U first know as the red before I know say Liverpool they wear red. I just
My brother,
like
continue.
a good match, a good game. I'm a Man U fan, no doubt. But wait till Amory
I
they
don't blame
do.
you honestly. If my
What
team
am
was,
I
if my
doing?
team was this bad, I probably would find another one.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
We say
I don't blame all of
I don't
trying
like.
to run away. Who wants to associate with losers? I mean, you.
You don't they pass. You see, see my dude when they struggle.
You are such losers that you found a way to lose to Spurs in the final.
Look at
Do you
Xavi
know what
Alonso.
that
See
means?
Madrid.
Do you know what that means?
Madrid will lose
Do you
to
know what?
this guy from away.
Do you know what it means to lose to Spurs in the final?
Are you trying to compare Real Madrid and Manchester United?
No, I'm not
Because
trying-
I will not
There's
no
indulge you.
comparison, there's
Yeah,
no
so
comparison there
so
now. We're
leave
not
this
your mates
leave
now.
this
We're not
debate
your mates.
and let him continue.
No, but I'm trying to
Because
sympathize
if we
with
start
the fact that she's
this
running
now,
away from.
I'm not running
from a losing
away
team.
from Mayu.
My own be say-
Mayu for
my own
life.
be say I'm not comfortable with the kind of hope Becca they give Chelsea fans
Because of Garnacho
for this
now.
show. Because
You know, she was dating Garnacho, so the guy now left.
and she was heartbroken.
Yes, and she was heartbroken.
Wow.
And she followed him. Remember when Garnacho was sitting on the bench? You remember that game Manchester United played against Chelsea? You saw those pictures when Garnacho was crying. Becca also cried with him.
Oh no.
And you deal with me when I dey cry.
You sent me the picture. I will go. Should you show them? No, that is your
No,
personal life.
we'll not go there.
Then let's
Yeah,
not go
we'll not
personal.
there.
Why
But
not?
meanwhile, Chelsea fans, I want to tell you guys something. Look and I know they listen to all this.
They look camera, they talk. Make they see your eyeballs. They look camera, they talk.
And they tell them first. But they don't look.
Who is the Chelsea fan here?
That's why I say make him look camera.
Nobody be Chelsea fan for you.
So that if they want beat am, make they know who they go meet. Block for them. Beat am. Now him they talk am now. Like how they go.
Make she know they give on her hope. I don't know why they talk. People go carry league. Chelsea go enter the conversation. For me, Chelsea no did that.
No, but even
conversation
their
at all.
coach doesn't agree with
Yeah.
the fact that they are title
They're
Yeah,
contenders.
he said they're not got title.
And
Yeah,
he-
said it
even
last season.
even talk last season when
Last
they
season,
did better.
Last
Yeah,
season,
he
last
said
season,
it.
Chelsea were at top or very, very close to the top.
Exactly.
Maresca kept on saying we are not ready.
If,
we are
and
not
and
ready,
you see,
we are
na
not
that time I
ready.
believe what
And
the
they prove him right.
And I
Yeah.
think I believe what the pastors they talk. Wait till you open your mouth talk. Now it go
No
happen.
be every time.
This one happen because
If
they
you
were
want talk
good
say
last
you go win
season.
league, you
No
no
be
go
every
Stevie now.
time.
No be every time. If you want talk say you go win
Talk
league,
say
you no
man,
go
talk say
Stevie
man,
now.
you go win league.
Alright,
No,
talk
man,
am.
you go
Like
Champions
that.
League
For which Champions League?
next season.
I don't see.
Now first five they go now. No be first five.
No, be
then.
I say
Na top
Champions
five.
League. I not top five. I
Na top
say
five they go Champions League now.
What
for
be my
England now.
position?
Chelsea.
What be my
Man, you go.
position?
We they 7 right now.
Seven.
Opposite we lose
Listen,
our
man.
last match. Then we draw the one before
Listen.
last.
Listen.
Would they go Champions League?
By the end of January, when I go day 15th.
Who? Which club?
This could be
Manchester
that.
United.
I will not. You've insulted Chelsea. I'm not a Chelsea fan. You've insulted
No, no,
Chelsea.
no.
It's none of my business.
I'm on the feedback.
None
but
of my
nobody
business.
does that.
But don't go there.
There's no Mbeumo. There's no Ahmad.
Don't-
There's no
do
Mazraoui.
not go
There's
there.
no Bruno now. There's no Casemiro.
Do not
There's no
insult
Casemiro.
Manchester United to that extent.
They
No,
can-
but you have Cunha now. Cunha can do a good job as attacking midfield.
Do
Do
not.
what?
He can do a good job as an
No,
attacking
this is
midfielder.
way
That's
below.
his job
This is
now.
way
That's
below
his
the bet. Why will you say man you finish 15th?
No, he said you will be 15th.
Why
by
are we
January.
going to be
He didn't say
15th?
you finish 15th.
Why? Why?
I
Where
mean,
did
you've
they-
done it
where
before.
did they
It's
finish last
not like
season?
it's impossible.
No, where did they
Last
finish
season,
last
No.
Where did they finish
You
last
know,
season?
what? Everybody know what happened last season.
Where did
So
it
let's
happen?
let's
Nothing
let's
happened.
not do
No.
like
What
that.
happened?
Nothing
What
happened.
happened?
Let me get this clear. Because it happened last season,
Me say it go happen again.
and they're
I'm
saying
not saying
it
it
will
will
happen
happen,
this
no,
season.
but he said you will be. He didn't say you will finish.
Will
15th.
not be.
He said you will be 15th
No-
by
nothing like
January.
that.
Will not be.
And then you might.
Be a guy outside.
Will not be. When
Come side.
I don't like this.
Come side. Which guy talk me
club
down?
does he support?
Barcelona.
No, he's an Arsenal fan.
You want compare?
He's
Okay.
an
You want
Arsenal
compare?
fan.
Is that true?
He's angry because of what I
They're
said.
making
about
an
him.
Arsenal will not
Yeah,
win
so
the league.
he's trying to let it be 1-1.
It's all right.
But it's still 1-0. The elephant will fall.
You're talking about these 5
By
people.
January, okay, let me tell you.
If 5 people come up for Baka, una don't go. Una don't
don't
go.
go there.
25.
Let me
Five.
even tell
What do
you.
you mean five?
By that
He's saying
January,
them.
Take
Belmo is
out
not there.
Yamal and Rafinha. That's the end of the
Back
story.
Abola.
let me tell you something. By January ending, the last game in the EPL, January, Arsenal will not be on top of the league. Man U will not still be in 15th position. You want us to bet it?
If anything, Man U will go up.
Yes, if anything, Man U will even go
With
above
performances
Arsenal.
do you go?
Exactly.
With what performance?
Man U will even go above
See,
Arsenal.
don't push it too much. Don't push it. You will not be 15, but don't push it.
Okay,
too
thank
much.
God.
It's the hope that
somebody has
it's
agreed
the
with
hope
me.
We're
that- it's the
seventh.
hope that
We're
kills.
going
If you stay
up.
seventh at
Deka.
the end of the month,
I'm not down.
if you stay seventh
You're
at
not
the end of
pricing.
Deka.
if you stay
Not
seventh
crayfish.
at the end of January,
Yes.
you
You
should
know,
be
they
very
said
happy.
15.
But then again,
They said
if
15, and I told them that Man U will be above Arsenal. So
Deka.
they're not
In
pricing
as
it.
much
It's the hope
as-
that kills.
Which
It's
is
the
the
hope
That's
that
a quote
kills.
Arsenal
Which
fans
hope be that?
associate with.
Yeah, exactly.
which of the hope? Because I know one man bearing hope,
Football.
and he's the head of a state in Nigeria.
No. In football, it's the hope that kills you. That's the quote. That's the full quote.
Okay.
In football, it's the hope that kills you. So
Exactly.
as an Arsenal fan, or you claim he's an Arsenal fan, he can relate a lot more to that quote. Because that's what always happens. No, but that's what happens. Man. That's your way. That's your way. You do very, very well. Start of the season, Wenger is the best manager in the world. Arteta is the best thing since sliced bread.
Wenger?
And then you get to January, February, for some reason you bottle it, and then the hope kills
Do you
you.
know?
But
do you know
then
Wenger-
again-
do you know Wenger coached Arsenal for over 20 years and won only 3 Premier League titles
No. Why are you calling 3 Premier League titles only? See, I will not take that. I will not
in
take
20
it.
years?
Plus a golden Premier League title, which a feat nobody else ever before or after has been able to accomplish.
If
No. See, I banter. I like banter, but you see that man. The only problem I have with him now since he's gone into FIFA, he's trying to turn football upside down. But that aside,
So
Arsene
why
Wenger
did your
deserve-
former
Arsene
coach?
Wenger has all
Why
my
did,
respect.
why did your former coach label him as a specialist in failure?
Because that's what he felt about him at that point in time.
So it's true.
If
That
you
point
believe
in time-
everything, if you believe everything Mourinho has said in the heat of the moment, you probably not.
because
going
Becca said
anywhere
there's
in
power in whatever we say. So I believe what Mourinho said. The
No,
man
no,
is
no,
a specialist in failure.
And
That's
I mean,
Mourinho's
when you look at
opinion. I actually have-
Arteta, in as much as he's consistent in second, but no achievements. And I don't talk.
Arteta
I will
is-
still talk. If
Arteta is a professor in failure
if
now.
Arteta no carry league this season, may Arsenal Saka. He don't try.
Arteta is a professor in failure. How
but
can
you
he
know-
be?
try.
He has been there since 2019.
DJ Dika, failure is relative, actually.
Yeah, failure in
Because
winning the
where-
Premier
where they
League.
where they were when he took over.
He took over from Unai
No,
Emery.
he took over from Freddie Ljungberg.
From Ljungberg,
who was
okay,
on
yeah.
Interim charge. So
yeah.
if you cast your mind back to where, I mean, look at the squad. Look at the mentality.
We're talking
of the
about
players.
2019 now.
Yes.
This
Look
is
at-
this is 6 years.
Arsenal was on the floor when he stepped in.
Okay, so we are
They
there
were
now.
on the very floor. No, they're not on the floor. They're second in the league. Yes, he's a
They are
step,
now on a wooden chair.
No, he's a step behind.
On a
where
wooden
they-
chair.
No,
Let him land.
He's a step behind where
Second
they're supposed
hat
to be.
trick.
No, he's a step
And
behind
they've
where they
also
want
finished
to be.
second this season. It will be the fourth
He's a
time.
step, he's
No,
a
they're
step
going-
behind where they want to be, but
Deka.
they are way better than they were when he stepped in.
Deka.
And that's success in some.
Success to a club like Arsenal.
That's
so
what I say. It's relative.
for
Deka.
6
Is it not the
seasons.
same? Is it not the same Arsenal that was where they were when he took the
Okay,
over?
well, the same Arsenal that won 3 Premier League titles in 20 years. of
Exactly
course.
my point. So
Yeah,
when success is relative.
So the club is
So
actually
Arteta for when
Deka.
he met Arsenal.
So the club-
for when he
But
met
Yeah,
Arsenal.
but then again,
yeah,
but then again,
You
you also
understand my point?
but then
Now I
again,
get.
you also
Yeah.
agree that Manchester United has been on the same level with Arsenal since Alex Ferguson left.
Arsenal has been better. They're
Excuse
not on
me.
the same
Better,
level.
rather.
Excuse
Man
me.
United have been below Arsenal.
I'm not disputing that. See, let me tell you something. If you listen, when I started, I was the one that was against Ruben Amorim and the club.
Yeah.
I said something. If the club is not doing what I will tell you. Since Alex Ferguson left, if I come to tell you that Manchester United have been better, anything I say here is false. That is true. That is the
The only
fact.
breed that you managed to catch was under Mourinho.
Oh,
And then
yes,
you found
Europa
a way to
League.
connive
Yeah,
against him
yes.
and then chase him away. Not just the Europa League, he won the League Cup as well.
Yes,
And then I think the
Mourinho
Community
was
Shield as
the
well.
best manager for me
Post
since
Alex.
Yes.
Yes.
So that is the reality. That is the fact. I'm coming to say it. To any Manchester United fan that disagrees, is for you, but that is the practical truth.
I mean, there are trophies there. to
Since
prove it
Alex
as well.
Ferguson left,
There are
the
trophies to
club
prove
is
it as well.
yes. So
But
that
the guy
is-
won now.
that is the truth. No,
Ten Hag.
forget
Yeah,
that.
What did he win?
Oh no now.
Wait, Arteta
Yeah,
Who is
win
that?
cup, abi no win
No,
cup.
stop,
Arteta win.
stop. This,
You win, abi no
see,
win.
no.
That was
Don't-
his argument too.
Becca,
That was
Becca,
his argument
please.
too.
Arteta
There are-
will go FA Cup.
if you want to mention coaches, mention coaches, and don't mention. No. Who did you mention
Why are you
again?
so pissed about Ten Hag?
Who did you mention
The
again?
Hag that went to Liverpool and played his first
No,
match
that's not
with
his fault.
with
I won't blame
Becca, you are
academy.
better than Ten
No, I
Hag.
won't blame Ten Hag. I'll
No,
blame
you are
everybody
better
that-
than Ten Hag.
I'll blame the people who connived
I mean-
in contracting him. That spell he had at Bayer Leverkusen, I won't blame him for. It was not
His
it was
first
not-
match should have told them something.
No,
The
it
same
was
Bayer
not- it was
Leverkusen
not
now
about
that is
Ten
doing
Hag.
very well.
No, they're doing very well because they got their acts together and
With the
fixed
same
problem.
players that he got.
That's why I said they
And even
fixed-
said
they
the same thing he
fixed
did in
the
Man U. He
problem.
almost
See,
destabilized
Ten
Liverpool.
Hag.
He
Let's
almost-
face it. Ten Hag.
No. I wouldn't
Ten
blame
Hag.
him. I mean, he has his problems, but one of
Plenty.
the problems does not include.
Plenty problem.
It does not include
Ten Hag
that
in coaching.
format spell at Bayern
Ten Hag in
Leverkusen.
coaching.
He was never supposed to be
Ten Hag in
appointed
coaching.
in the first place.
God bless you.
Exactly.
Now you're
So he's
coming.
their fault for appointing him.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
what I'm saying.
Yes,
I
na-
apportion
na-
the blame
that was why
straight to him.
I was telling her not to remind us of the mistake Manchester United made.
And you
because
renewed him.
Ten Hag,
After the FA Cup, you renewed
and then we
him.
sacked him after the renewal.
Very
And
anyhow.
Ten Hag is a coach without no due disrespect to Ajax. I said Ajax. Ten Hag should be coaching in academies, producing players.
Ajax is basically an academy.
Yes, he's an academy
because That's where
Exactly.
the most
So
of
whoever brought
the
Ten
most
Hag
of
to
their
Manchester
talents come
United
from.
Had
needs to
plans
be in
against
place.
Manchester United.
No,
Because
no, no.
He even
Not plans.
scattered the structure, took some of our best players and sent them. He had problem with literally all the players. Rashford is
I
not
want to call a
my.
name,
It's
but I
the
don't
Hag.
want to. I want to call a name, but I
You
don't want
talk-
to
But
touch.
I don't turn this
I don't want
to Manchester
no,
United show.
I don't want to touch that nerve. But I'm sorry, Anthony.
We're not.
Anthony is balling as Betis now.
It's all right.
He's balling
It's
as
okay
Betis.
Do you guys have something for me to
What
wipe
what
my
of
tears?
McTominay?
Should I
He
wipe
was
my
the one that
tears?
sold my tummy to
Yes.
Yes, now.
That was when I wanted to strangle him.
Also had issues with Rashford.
Had issues with Sancho.
No, but everybody has issues. with
Rashford
Rashford
is
is his own problem.
Rashford is his problem.
Rashford is his own problem. I'm not even
See,
talking
at
about
Barcelona, Rashford is his managers has talked to him. See, he's calm.
This
He
is
wants
his
to
last-
face.
He's the last chance.
Yes,
for
he wants
him
to
now.
face football.
Oh, he went up like
but
Sancho at
Rashford
clubs
was his
like
problem
Aston
at
Villa.
Manchester United. How many times did you go clubbing, miss training?
Training.
I
That
mean,
one is nothing. You
that is
cannot.
unprofessional.
Nobody tolerates that. No matter
You
how-
know,
how much you like
in
it.
football, everybody calls France Ligue 1 a farmers league.
Not
but
everybody. I don't.
well, right now,
No, it's not.
I think
I also don't.
Bundesliga is looking like the farmers league because the way Bayern is going.
Uneducated people call
The
them
top
farmers
five leagues, none of them is the farmers league.
No league, no professional league.
professional league
farmers.
is
It's
farmer.
Not even the MPFL.
Yes, not even
Despite
the
all the
MPFL.
misdemeanors
Despite
that are
yes,
going on
the
here.
katakata according to
As long as you
Tottenham.
tag it professional, and what makes it different, the fact that you get paid for playing football, is you cannot be.
Is
you
it-
Well,
don't get paid for playing
we call
football.
it they call it a farmers league when
you get
every
the point when
year
when
in
she
year
says
out
the
I
Farmers
don't
League.
get- I don't
one
get it.
team
I refuse-
dominates
I refuse
every
to
other
get that
person.
point. I refuse to get that point.
Yeah,
In
A
but-
professional league is a professional league.
You
and it
can
can
have
never
a
be-
league. You can have a league.
Every league doesn't operate at the same level. Why? Because of money.
Yes, there was a time.
Talent-wise, every
you are
league is the
seeing
same.
you are seeing Paris Saint Germain now. There was a time that 9
Saint-Etienne.
consecutive times. No,
Yeah.
it was even Lyon.
Lyon and
seven
Saint-Etienne were the
times.
most
Yes,
successful.
we are the most successful.
Even till
Even
a couple of
Marseille.
seasons ago,
Yeah.
Saint-Etienne was the most successful Ligue 1 team with I think 8 league titles before Jean-Michel Aulas took over.
Took
at
over.
Lyon,
At Lyon.
and then Lyon had
I mean,
their
their
patch with
purple-
the likes
yes.
of Juninho, Benzema, and the
Elba
likes of them.
and,
So
and all that.
Look,
so
see,
PSG is
okay,
dominating
shall I-
now.
every league,
Shall I-
the
Who
only
says in the next
difference-
5 years,
the
PSG
only
will be
difference, the only difference in football leagues, professional football leagues across the world, exposure is tantamount to money. If you have money, you can spend it on anybody you like, and the more people you can
Uche,
spend on,
let's sum
the
this
better your
up.
league
Let's sum
is.
this up.
But that doesn't make the people who
Manchester
don't spend
City
stupid money
won the
stupid
Premier
either.
League 4 straight seasons.
Yeah.
Should we
I mean,
not
they are
say that
farmers league.
EPL is a
Exactly.
farmers league
I mean,
too?
So
if you
come
go by
on,
that-
come on.
if you go by that
Anybody
metric-
calling?
if you go by that metric,
French,
the Premier
yes,
League is a
it's
farmers
a farmers
league.
league. So it
La
doesn't
Liga
work.
is a two.
It's a two-team league.
league.
Well,
And then once in a while,
interestingly, right now in France Ligue 1, PSG they're not even leading the table,
Yeah.
but they're
Arsenal
second.
Lons are on fire, no?
Yeah, long
Florian
time.
Thauvin.
Yeah.
And
Florian
they're being
Thauvin, my boy.
consistent. That's one thing I love about it.
Lens
They've
is on
won
fire.
their last 5 matches, while PSG has in the last 5 matches they've lost 1.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they've won all
Not just
5
not
matches.
just lost one. Even the ones even the matches PSG won, they struggled in those matches.
Yeah.
Yeah, they conceded a lot of goals now.
Yeah.
They conceded a lot of goals. They win 3-2 score.
And if
But I think the team chemistry at PSG is not what it used to be from last season. Because this
that's,
season,
that's to be
This
understood.
this season, yes,
That's
we've seen a lot of
understandable.
injuries.
Once you,
They accept-
once you
yeah.
have that type of season they had, I mean, they
You-
played in almost 8 tournaments last
season, and they won
played in
about
a lot
6.
of yeah. So when you
So-
have that type of season, it's natural.
For me,
The
if
body-
PSG
I mean, Mr. Ballon d'Or is even injured.
Yes,
He was
Yeah,
injured
he has
for
been
most of this
quite-
season.
Yeah.
Then there was a time where
and
they
now
had 3 players get
Hakimi is
injured.
out too.
Yeah,
Hakimi
and
is
there was
out.
a time they had 3 players out injured
The Spaniard.
while representing the French
Fabian
national team. They almost
Ruiz
stopped
is
sending
out.
players. They almost stopped sending players to the French national team. It's understandable. You don't have that type of season, and then you this is where squad rotation and squad.
Okay,
depth
you
comes
mean the
in.
African team B?
Now in Bundesliga, Bayern, they are.
Unstoppable.
I think they're going home with this trophy this summer.
that's a fact. Of
And I'm
life.
happy
It's
for
it's by
Ken.
how much? It's about-
I'm happy
No,
for-
but he already has one now.
Well,
You
even
know
though
what
they
say
said it's
about-
not a
you know what they say
that,
about
that is a plate. They said
Cristiano?
it's a plate.
He said your football. You said goal scoring, but generally I'm trying to make it titles. is like a bottle of ketchup. So you press it, nothing comes on, and then when it comes out, everything comes out at once. That's what's happening to Harry Kane. Played for, Tottenham almost dealt him. They almost ruined his
They
career.
wanted to
Played
finish
so
him.
many years without a trophy, and now it's at Bayern. He's won one. He's on the verge of winning another one because I think this season 9 points clear.
They're going to
By
win it
far the
again.
best team in the league.
Exactly.
It's a matter of wrapping up the league early enough.
I mean,
to focus on the Champions
the
League.
people following behind them are not a threat. I mean, Dortmund.
They're not consistent.
No, it is the most
Highly
It is the most
in-
unserious
in
team
the-
in world football.
Dortmund.
Borussia Dortmund.
Oh my
Mark
God.
it. For those of you that plays, what do they call it now? Betting or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you carry Dortmund,
Confidential, but
You know, you ever get peace
Your
of
go
mind.
you
village.
will never ever win.
You know, you ever get peace of mind. Your mind no touch
Dortmund
ground.
is the most unserious team in world football.
flash it back 2 years back. Just draw.
No.
Just get a draw at home to
Yeah.
Stuttgart.
Just
and you will be
draw
league title
this
winners.
match
At
and
home.
you win title.
They took the lead somehow. They managed to bottle it,
And they
Bayern-
lost.
And Bayern snatched.
Final
That's
match of the
Tuchel.
season.
That
Champions
was the Tuchel
League
season.
against finals against Madrid. I was
they
actually
didn't
I was
stand a
actually
chance.
rooting
They
for
didn't
them.
stand a
No,
chance.
don't
They
even
didn't
go there.
They
You're going
started
far.
well.
stand-
But they
no.
started well. I
Have
was
you not
actually
heard-
rooting
They
for
stand a
them.
chance.
Have you
against
not heard?
Madrid.
Do not meet Madrid in the finals of the Champions League. That is a no-brainer.
That's the-
Any team, Madrid is for me. I'm not a Madrid fan.
16 of 19
16 of
Champions League
19.
finals.
So
It's not a
I'm not a Madrid
coincidence.
fan,
It's not-
but I'm being practical. If you meet Madrid in the lucrative money-spinning UEFA Champions League final,
Forget about it.
it's a done deal.
not-
But they sounded like they wanted to do something.
No,
They were going to do
forget
something.
that.
They didn't stand a chance
They
even
didn't
going into that
see.
final. They didn't stand a
That
chance. With
team
Niklas
is-
Sula.
Ah,
Have you seen how fat Niklas Sula is? No.
Mr.
This is
Ibu,
not- Have you seen how big he got? I think he was out injured for 3 months or something. And he became unrecognizably big.
Like when
And then
Rooney.
he came back,
Like when
started
Rooney
in the Champions
recently.
League final. Rooney is retired. That's understandable.
no,
This is a current professional. I mean, Niklas Sula is still under contract, and then he got that injury. He went away and came back unrecognizably bigger. When I saw the picture, I didn't believe my eyes. I thought it was AI until I actually saw him warming up.
And then
And
you
then
were wondering.
I knew this was real. That's the kind of person you want to take and play against Real Madrid in a Champions League final. In Toni Kroos's final Real Madrid appearance. Nah,
No, it was a no-brainer.
impossible.
Well, right now, it's a done deal, even though they still have a lot of matches to play. But I think it's a done deal for Bayern Munich.
See, it would
And then,
take an almighty capitulation from Bayern to hand somebody the olive branch from here.
Yeah.
They're not going to lose the league title.
they're sitting comfortably
See,
there.
and you know the funny thing about Bayern?
Monumental
So there's
collapse.
something I noticed now since company has taken over. So under Julian Nagelsmann, Bayern win. But there is this air of they are one error away.
The confidence was not there.
Yes,
It
they are-
was not
you
as
just
it
knew,
is now.
You just knew Bayern were one stupid mistake away from throwing it all away. But since company has gone in there, he struggled at the start. I'll give him that.
At the beginning of last
But
season.
since the
Yes.
middle of last season to where we are right now, there's this air of ruthlessness. Pep's Bayern, the one that had the likes of Thomas Müller, Lewandowski.
Lewandowski.
Lewandowski will be
At his prime.
Lewandowski will score 3 goals inside 15 minutes. Go into the dressing room, come out to the second half, and he wants to score 6. That's the type of Bayern we are seeing right now.
Yeah.
Ruthless.
And that
It
brings
doesn't
us.
matter how far ahead they are.
And that brings
they
us
want
to
keep going
talking
and
about
going and
company.
going.
That brings us to what you said about David Moyes, because when company took over Bayern, people were like,
He didn't deserve the
He's
job.
too big
At that
to-
point, he
the
didn't deserve
club is
because
too big for him and all that.
Off of his free
I mean,
Burnley,
that was just
Burnley.
Burnley, and he
Yeah.
took them. They went back
He
to
didn't deserve it.
relegation, and then
He started off
Don't
at
bring back
Anderlecht.
the. Don't bring
And
back
then,
the- don't bring back the
Bayern
David
took
Moyes
them.
debate here.
no,
because-
he said something about the team.
They are just as good as the
He
team
said
they're coaching.
exactly
As a
because
coach, he has good
when
as
you
the
talk about
players, he has
company,
good as the team.
I agree.
Bayern is
Let's
bigger
Real
than
Madrid
company.
He said
come
he
and
agrees.
pick
Let's
in
go. Let's go. He
David
said he agrees.
Moyes.
I've won. He said he agrees.
Shape,
Let's go.
Bayern picked up a company.
Uh-huh.
Let Real Madrid.
No, we've taken a similar risk as well. When I mean a similar risk,
It's Alonso.
yes, he won the.
No,
Excuse
no,
you.
no, no,
You
no,
cannot.
no, no, you
Alonso
cannot-
and
is
Moyes
not
are
there.
not. They're not in the same
Alonso is not there.
class.
Alonso won the
They're
league
not in the
with
same
Bayern
class.
Leverkusen for the first time in their history.
They're not in the
And-
same class.
No, no, no,
You
I will
can't
not
compare
wait for you
Alonso
on
with
this.
Moyes.
I'm not waiting
No,
for
now.
you on this.
They're not in the
Alonso
same class.
took Bayern Leverkusen and then they won the
Unbeaten.
Bundesliga for the first time in their history.
Against
And
who?
and you're telling
Against
me David Moyes that came to Manchester
They cannot win
United
the league.
and sent
They
us
cannot win the
to
league against
Mbieri?
a performing Bayern team.
No. No.
They
They
sent
won
you
the
to where?
league.
They sent
against
us to Mbieri.
a Bayern team
Mbieri.
that were
David
misfiring.
Moyes sent us to
He
Mbieri.
didn't
From-
send it.
from-
He got sent
from-
out.
EPL to
From
He didn't
Manchester
get
in
it.
England to Mbieri in Imo State.
No, that's not what he did.
Wow.
Then Alonso
Your
took
body will actually set you
over.
up,
Alonso
not him.
took over Bayer Leverkusen and won the Bundesliga title in the first time in
So
their
you wanted to
history.
win the
Unbeaten
league with
record.
You wanted to win the league with
Never-
Ferrari.
And
Wait. You wanted to win
Alonso
the league
won
with
the league with Granit Xhaka. Who is now at Sunderland?
Shaka is world class. What are you saying?
What class
when
when?
he was at Arsenal.
When Arsenal
Even
threw
when
him
he was
away?
at- No.
How did he
He
leave
was
Arsenal?
for behavioral
No.
reasons. It was for
No.
behavioral
Arsenal threw
reasons.
him away.
He never
He
got
was not.
along.
No.
He's never got along with Arteta in the first
No.
place. He's not
Grimaldo
about- he was
and
not about his
even
footballing ability.
our own comedian, our own professional footballer comedian.
Boniface a pro-
Yes, he's a comedian. Is he going to dispute this? He's not.
Well, he does better as a
The other day,
comedian, as a comedian than a footballer.
he was in the social media telling I don't know if I'm permitted to throw somebody out of. He's a comedian. You've not seen
He's more successful as a comedian,
No, I'm
as
not-
a meme.
No, I'm not saying. I'm not joining you on that.
Okay.
Boniface
he's
is
the
the one that
Bundesliga
wants to say.
title
it. But what I mean is, Boniface is a Bundesliga title winner as a comedian and a footballer.
And he was good at both.
Courtesy of
that's
who?
tough work, yeah.
Courtesy of who? Alonso. So it's tough for.
Alonso
For
understood
Alonso
him.
to make
He had to
Boniface-
manage
I didn't
him.
finish-
For Alonso
I didn't
to
finish
make
so I can
no,
come in. I didn't
don't
finish
come in because you will now become see.
How will you be comparing
What you-
Alonso with
Alonso with
Moyes?
Moyes.
Excuse
Allow me,
you
allow
now.
me.
Even if Alonso, like,
Allow me.
the only way I will compare it,
Allow
see,
me.
the only way I will agree with you now, let Alonso take Madrid to relegation.
Then we cannot talk
You
about
won't even
that.
get to that
That is
point.
impossible
You
now.
won't even get to that point. You lose
What
your
are you
job.
not saying?
You lose your job after you lose 3 games.
Alonso
in
is
a row.
fantastic. Man.
Look.
See, if
When I
Alonso
mean-
comes
when
to
I
Manchester
mean- when I
United
mean-
now,
When I mean Real Madrid took a similar punt on Alonso as Bayern did with company, what I meant was the fact that
Okay, not Moyes.
This is a guy learning. We were never talking about them. You guys were the ones who brought up Moyes.
Ah.
What I was saying is Real Madrid took a similar.
You don't
punt.
change mouths.
No. I said Real Madrid took a similar risk that Bayern did on company by appointing Alonso. Why?
Okay.
Because this is a guy who's learning on the job.
but company took Burnley.
I
to
mean,
relegation.
he's not been a first team manager for 5 years.
Exactly.
Most of his work he did it with. Real
But he
Sociedad.
won the
He
league
did
and
it with
company
Real-
relegated the team. That is my
doesn't change
own
the
point.
fact. That doesn't change the fact
it
that
matters.
he's not been there for long enough.
It
He's
matters.
still learning on the job.
It matters.
It
There are
matters.
so many scenarios, just like Arteta now. There are so
No,
many
no,
scenarios
don't
that
come-
will come
no,
up.
no, no.
Why are you bringing
They are
Arteta?
the same.
No.
Why are you bringing
No.
Arteta now? No, why are you bringing
They're
Arteta?
the
No, they're
Why-
not.
why is Arteta
No,
in this discussion?
Company has won the
No,
league.
no, no,
Alonso
no.
has won the league.
No, no,
Arteta has not won the league.
And you're bringing
I'm talking
Arteta.
about
No, no,
age
no,
bracket.
no.
I'm talking about age bracket.
Oh, leave
I'm
it.
talking about
That
age
you
Arteta
make
did
the
not win the
talk.
league as a player. He did not win the league as a player. He has never won it as a manager.
He won the league. He was at PSG. I've forgotten. He had a successful
Okay,
spell
at PSG.
Yeah, he also played.
Okay,
for,
at PSG.
They were relatively. I thought they were
At
relatively successful
PSG.
when he was playing
But
as
stop
well.
bringing some
Do you know how
managers
many-
into
do you know
this
how
league.
many- do you know how many-
I don't
do you know how many
understand.
FA Cup
Stop, no,
titles
no.
he won under Arsene Wenger?
No, we're talking about
With
league
the likes of
title.
Santi Cazorla.
Oh, FA Cup now,
relatively successful.
Everybody.
But
wins.
now Ten Hag won a fake up. People were cancelling it.
No. We didn't cancel it.
Can I leave this show?
We canceled it.
Can I leave this show?
What is the problem with Ten
Look
Hag?
at the names you guys are popping up. What is
I
Arteta,
didn't
Ten
tell you
Hag?
pop all of these names. You are bringing them up. What I was saying is.
I brought up Ten
age
Hag.
bracket
I brought
wise-
up Arteta.
Age bracket wise.
I brought up David Moyes.
What I meant was that.
Who are these
age
men?
bracket wise, Arteta,
They are managers.
Alonso, Company, Raiola, Maresca, they all fall into the same category. They are baby coaches.
Achievement-wise.
No. Achievement-wise, it differs. But I said age. That's why I said age. I specified it by saying age bracket-wise. These are players we saw in the late 2010s, early 2010s.
But listen, it's not about
2020s,
age.
big
It's about
coaches.
achievement.
No, it's about age.
He's making it.
They all
You're
fall
making
into
it.
the-
You're making
No,
it.
they all fall
age
in-
talk.
they
Now
all
we're
fall
talking
in-
about.
they all fall
You
in
know
the-
how what people say. It's not how far. It's how fair.
You don't get
How
my
well.
point.
How
You don't
many?
get
How
my
many?
point.
How many
Sorry,
trophies
sorry.
don't
You don't
win?
get my
Can I
point.
ask you one
I'm not
question?
talking
How many
about- I
trophies
said
don't
the
win?
age-wise.
Can I ask you one
Age
question?
Is tantamount to experience. That's
Can
why
I ask you one
I'm putting
question?
them- That's why I said
What experience
learning on
did
the job.
Zinedine
Learning
Zidane
on the
had?
job. No.
Okay.
Zidane was an
What-
Ancelotti's assistant for a very long
What
time. before he
experience?
eventually became the
Maresca
first
was
guy.
assistant to Pep Guardiola.
He's still
Even
learning on the
even
job.
Arteta too.
Being
No,
the
no.
first team manager
What he's
is
saying now, I'm
different.
throwing it back at him. Zinedine Zidane, yes, assistant to Ancelotti. Yeah. He was taken into the fray, tuned at the top, and his man management skill was top notch. Even till date, I would take a lot to bring out a manager that managed players like Zinedine Zidane.
Because he
He
learned
won the
he
Champions
learned it
League.
from the father of
He
man
won
management.
the Champions League 3 times on the bounce.
With a
Three
great
times
Real
on the
Madrid team.
bounce.
With a great Real Madrid
You know,
team.
something his mentor did not achieve. Even after he left.
had a prime Modric and Cruz at the in the midfield.
Before Zidane,
Casemiro too.
who handed over the prime, all the names you
all
called?
those people.
Wasn't Ancelotti?
Yeah, but he won the La Decima.
The Ancelotti
He won the La
doing
Decima.
not winning the Champions League 3 on the bounce.
Mind you, the
No,
Champions
my
League 3 on the bounce came
my bragging
just 2
rights,
years after
my
the
bragging
La
rights,
Decima.
my bragging rights was this man came in without a top flight experience as a main man, and then so if you're saying about that age and what have you not,
Uche,
we've seen a manager that popped up from nowhere as an assistant to even win the Champions League team with
Exactly.
Chelsea.
That's
So-
why I said you're as good as your team.
So now,
when you're talking
so
about
when you're
Di
calling
Matteo,
when you're talking about age, when you're talking about
a mature
when you're
Chelsea
talking
guy.
about age now,
You are right for the
I
Champions
think
League.
I disagree with that.
let us end this conversation.
Okay, what point are you using to end it now?
Wait, exactly, I'm coming.
Okay.
Why is the
No,
Barcelona?
no,
Wait,
wait.
I'm
Now
coming,
let
I'm
him
coming,
come.
I'm
Let him
coming.
come. We're waiting for
I'm
him.
coming.
Come. Welcome.
We've talked about Alonso. We've talked about.
We want to talk about Hansi Flick.
I'm coming. We've talked about Alonso. Like
Calm
Uche said,
down
wait,
now.
I'm coming now. Like Uche said, we've talked about Alonso. We've talked about Arteta. We've talked about Vincent Kompany at Bayern.
Okay.
These are almost age brackets.
It's basically.
What happened to the Man United legends?
Ouch.
We'll be there.
Ouch. The Fergie boys.
Exactly. They
No,
lost
I
of
mean,
the- they lost of 92.
aside Carrick and McKenna, the rest are.
Thank God you mentioned two.
No. And those two I mentioned are not even on the top flight, but I give them credit for
Okay.
the job they're doing.
Okay,
wherever
let me
they
answer
are.
him. What happened to the Barcelona legends? The
Xavi won
class
the
of
league.
No, but a few of them didn't go into coaching.
Exactly.
yeah. So the same
So
thing
as
with
Xavi won the league.
No, as long as
Barcelona
you
won
go
the
in there.
league.
That's why I
Won the
like
Champions
Rio
League.
Ferdinand. I'm such a big fan of Rio.
yeah.
He knows his strong points.
yeah.
Baba no even try coaching at all. He
No,
just
no,
went
you
into
know go work for
punditry.
that.
He just went into
Iniesta.
punditry
Do you know that
straight.
Iniesta is still playing
And he,
football?
he's
No, Iniesta is done.
behaving there.
Do you know Iniesta is still playing? I
he's
saw
done,
Iniesta at
he's done.
Amawaya. Still playing football. Yes.
Okay, Lachelle is the throw now.
No. You're throwing shit at Fergie.
No, but
Come on.
true,
Iniesta
that's
is
the
still-
fact.
Iniesta
That's the
never went
fact.
into coaching.
So the Fergie
What
boys.
he's talking about is the boys that actually ventured into coaching. What happened to them?
The boys that went into
I thought you
into
wanted to
coaching-
close. You wanted to end this.
No, sorry.
this
Let me
discussion.
You wanted
answer
to end your
the
club,
boys,
actually,
the
not the
Fergie
discussion
boys,
you want to
the
end.
Fergie
Wow.
boys that went into coaching are not the same age bracket with Company
They are.
and Arteta. They are not. They are not.
Carrick played against company. What are you saying?
No, playing against. Are you
That's
the
the
same-
age bracket I'm talking about in football.
Yeah,
I don't
Carrick,
necessarily mean
you mentioned.
your
You
age.
said now that Carrick.
We watched you.
You said-
How about Rooney? How about Rooney? How about Rooney?
You said Carrick
How about
is doing
Rooney?
very
Yeah,
well.
he when he had the job at Middlesbrough.
Are you
he
really
doesn't have
mentioning?
the
Are you
job
really
right
calling
now.
Rooney right now?
No. Rooney is Iniesta's coach at Amawaya.
Are you really calling Rooney? Like he's really
Yeah.
actually calling Rooney?
See,
Yeah,
let's not
he
talk about-
is.
Let's not see.
Because
Let's
Iniesta
not-
is still
Well, no
playing.
matter how you put it, age or not, coaching is judged by what
How about
you've
your
achieved.
legend?
after a
Your
certain
trophy.
period,
Cas
not
Puyol.
in the first 5 years of your career.
I mean, if you want to
And
throw
most of these
shade,
guys
he's
are
not
still
in
in
the
the
coaching.
first 5
if
years.
you want to
He's
throw
coaching,
shade,
senior coaching.
Puyol is
career.
not into coaching.
And still the virtue
Puyol
some of
is
them
not
in
into
that.
coaching.
in
It doesn't
the
matter.
virtue-
Rooney
It doesn't
is
matter
a
now.
pundit.
When you consider the fact that some of these guys will still be coaching.
Rooney
in the
is a
next 20
pundit.
years, 30
He went
years,
into
it doesn't
coaching
matter now.
Sorry, what is Xavi doing now?
He
Xavi
doesn't
doesn't have a
doesn't have a job at the moment. But then he won the league at
But that
Barcelona.
doesn't change the fact that you want. I mean, look at me defending. Come on, carry your ball. I mean,
But then-
No,
but then he
what
won
is?
the- he
No,
won
no,
the- he
no.
won
Do
the
you
league
know why I
at
asked him the question? I told him Rooney is a punditry now,
Yeah.
and then I asked him what is
He started
Xavi
as a
doing.
coach.
So
Yeah,
how
Rooney
can you
started as a
compare
coach.
someone that is
Rooney
employed
started as a
and a
coach.
man that is not employed?
No.
Xavi is currently.
Anyways-
Xavi is currently at this time now. He's doing school runs.
I've seen that you really
No,
don't-
Xavi at this point. At this point
firing,
now. At this point, do you know that Xavi is in Dubai doing school runs?
Okay.
I mean, come on, guys.
All right.
Why are you bringing that up?
This, you,
Or,
we're
or
not trying
should
to
we talk
end
about Eric
the
Abidal
discussion.
and co? You forgot that you're a
These guys
Barcelona
are
man.
not into coaching. These guys are calling.
Rooney is a pundit.
He's not into
Gary
coaching.
Neville is a
When
pundit.
he was done with
So
Philip-
Xavi,
when he was done with
great
Philip-
pundits
Great
for that
pundits
matter.
as well.
They work with firms, high brands, big brands. Xavi is currently maybe doing Uber or do school runs in Dubai.
Neville says a lot of
I
stupid
mean,
things
come on,
every
you're talking
now
about your
and then.
legends.
Exactly.
He says a lot of stupid things every now and
Or-
then. So
or
when I
in-
say great
in-
pundits,
same
I was
thing.
actually referring to Rooney, not Neville.
Same thing with.
Neville says
Anyways,
that.
I see that you're not planning to end the
Yeah,
let's take
No,
it to
he
the
wanted
comment
to end
section.
your club, not the
Yeah, he
conversation.
wanted to end my.
He wanted
Which
to
is
end
not
your
possible.
club.
Now,
So,
now you don't keep quiet.
Yeah, he never knew I was
Keep quiet.
here.
Because if they divert from what they talk, and they talk about the
Fergie boys.
exactly that went into coaching.
No, but honestly, a lot of them.
But how many of you? How many of your
let me
own of them
correct
go
your
into
impression.
coaching?
Let me
No,
correct
but
one.
they didn't
No,
go
no,
now.
let me.
See,
Sorry,
now who
sorry,
fights? Now who
sorry.
fight the beast? Now
Ucherito. Let me answer him. If you talk about Fergie boys, remember that this is one man that came into Manchester United in 1986
From Aberdeen,
from Aberdeen.
senior man.
Have you heard of Gordon Stratham?
Yeah, Stratham.
The Celtic manager that won the league with Celtic. He's a Fergie boy. So it's just if you want to ask a
we're
question,
talking about
no,
Man
no,
U,
wait. No, yes, Stratham played at Manchester United.
For how long now?
He's a Fergie boy. No,
He played
he's
that-
a Fergie
they
boy.
played that-
Excuse me.
We're talking about
Excuse me.
the
Now you did not specify your because you are having in mind. No, as a Gen Z,
I've been
no,
saying
you know the
it.
problem with Gen
I've been
Zs.
saying
Without due respect to Gen Zs out there, to this Gen Z here, he thought Ferguson
Good
came.
man. Now you go.
No, he's a Gen Z because he did not watch Fergie. Now, if he had known about,
started watching Football League.
okay, does he know that Laurent Blanc played for Fergie?
Very serious.
So then why are you saying this? Is Do you know that a certain what is it? The former Blackburn manager.
Blackburn. Martinez.
No.
Blackburn.
Poyes.
Gaspar.
No.
Gaspar didn't play on.
Gaspar played for West Ham.
He didn't play on the.
I've forgotten. I will remember his name. See, if you're talking about Fergie,
Blackburn when?
if you're talking about Fergie boys, be specific.
I'm talking about the class of 92.
Now you
No, the
come.
class of 92. Most of them didn't venture into.
Not only version to
Beckham
coaching.
is
The only
into
two
club
you
management.
throw tantrums at is Neville and
The
Rooney.
Levy brothers.
Like Uche said,
They were horrible.
they keep saying a lot of
Horrible
nonsense.
coaches.
Those were the only.
Exactly.
These are the only persons you
I'm not
throw
even talking
tantrums.
about Rooney. Like I
Beckham
said about
Beckham
Rooney.
didn't go into
Rooney,
coaching.
Rooney failed at coaching, or he was failing at coaching.
Coaching, and he left.
He knew that was not his strength.
And he's doing
That
well.
was doing it.
And
Just
he's doing
like Thierry Henry, maximum
Yes.
respect. Thierry Henry knew
coaching was not his
because
calling.
he was too good. Just like Rooney, he had too much ability to be able to comprehend some of the mistakes players
I
make.
feel like
and I think that was his problem.
Yes.
That was his problem.
Yes,
He
that was their problem.
So
Yeah,
good,
so good.
to fathom the mistakes, especially attacking players make under him,
Yeah.
and that way he will fall out with them. And
Yes.
players in this era,
They
they are
don't like.
not good enough
Yeah.
to play under pressure. So when they have a coach, look at Kobe Manu. I mean, they just go to social media and throw tantrums.
Are you being serious right now?
True.
Why do you guys always find a way to come
No, I
back?
support him. I support him.
I'm making a
Because-
valid fact.
Yes,
I'm making a
I support
valid
his facts.
point.
So, irrespective of the fact that he is a
Thierry
Manchester
Henry
United
I remember
player.
Thierry Henry.
That is true.
I remember videos of Thierry Henry in training with Vancouver Whitecaps over there in MLS.
In the MLS.
During training, he always got fed up. He takes the ball himself and starts shooting so that the attacking players learn. But that's not how they learn. Players learn from making mistakes themselves. So when I say he was too good to comprehend some of the errors attacking players made, even at Monaco, that was a problem he had at
feel
Monaco.
like-
He was too demanding because of how good he was as a player on those Monaco players. And eventually, these players would gang up and get you fired because that's what they do. They don't have enough
You
character
feel
to
like what?
withstand criticism.
Rooney should stop coaching Iniesta.
No, I'm talking about Thierry Henry. I feel like he's better off walking behind the scenes.
No,
Not-
he's as great a pundit as you
A
never
pundit.
get.
That's the best thing he
He's
can
as
do.
best a
Let
pundit.
him just stay
In
there.
the last 5 to 10 years, I've never heard any pundit who makes so much sense. I mean, I listen to people like Danny Murphy as well, former Liverpool,
How about Jimmy
Liverpool
Carragher?
player. Jimmy Carragher is rubbish. Says a lot of rubbish most of the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Alongside Gary, those two guys, they are two. Don't get me wrong. They make valid points sometimes, especially.
But most of the times.
Gary Neville.
No, especially Jimmy Carragher. Actually, the only
Jimmy
problem
Carragher
he
doesn't
only
make sense
loses
to
his
me.
mind when Africa is involved. But what I'm talking about is constantly, every now and then, they pop up with these ideas
Fact,
that make you
analysis.
Think, yes, that make you think, these people are they correct? Are they normal? You get my point. But that won't wipe in my books. That won't wipe away the other times that they've made valid points as well. So, but what I'm talking about, elite level punditry. I mean, the people you look back on and you want to.
I mean, why we discuss our
You're
punditry?
Ferdinand.
When we are supposed,
No.
All right,
Now, Fergie boys. Now, Fergie boys.
At this
Now,
point,
Fergie boys
at this
carry
point,
us.
Let's
we're
talk
going to
football.
take
Now,
this-
Fergie boys.
We're going to take this argument, the Fergie boys and Iniesta
Are we
as
done with
the boss.
Chelsea? I thought we were not done with Chelsea.
No, we're done with Chelsea.
They're done with Chelsea.
They won't beat.
The-
They won't beat Villa.
Villa,
The best they can get is a draw.
no, they will be Villa.
The best they can get is
They'll
a draw,
beat
in my
Villa.
opinion. They won't beat Villa. When you have this much momentum rolling, do you think? Do you know how many situations, how many
But
scenarios?
does I want to ask?
under normal
Does
circumstances?
Chelsea have a team?
Yeah, they do. I mean, they have.
They have a decent
they
team.
have like 3 teams.
They have a decent team. I mean,
Their team is not decent.
well, at least compared
they have
Yeah,
a
they have like 3 squads.
Do they have a
Everyone has
team?
as compared to Man U,
No, you guys have more of a team. I mean, the problem for you that is you have more of a team, but that team is pulled his hamstring now. So that's the problem.
what are you saying?
Bruno is your team. Your team is Bruno. Am I lying? Are you going to deny the fact? Okay, let's see. Let's watch you over the next
DJ.
fortnight. Let's watch you over the
Stop.
next one.
You dragged Man
Let's
U
watch
so
you-
into the carry across. I mean, I'm talking about Chelsea.
He
yeah?
knows I'm saying the truth.
And then
Let's watch
you're
you over the
bringing
next
Man
one.
U.
But you have a decent team. What are you
Man U
saying?
don't have a team.
Chelsea,
Bruno is your team. Your team
Stop
is
saying
Bruno.
that. When I asked, does Chelsea have a team?
Chelsea have a team.
Excuse me. No, Chelsea don't have a team. But Chelsea is better off than Manchester United. Manchester United, aside the 11 players, in team we have first team. Aside the 11 players, no other person is at Manchester United. Without disrespect to anybody. Aside the 11, when they're all fit,
all you
Ahmad
have- all you
Mbemo.
have is those ones
Yes.
that start.
All we have is those guys that can play for Amawaya FC, that makes up the number.
Wow.
But for
What did
Chelsea,
Amawaya do to you?
no, Amawaya is where we trade. So let me not advertise that. They didn't pay me for that. But so when I use it often, you can relate under the high tension. Yeah. So those are the kind of players that sit at Manchester United bench. I mean, I see. I get angry when people tell me about Kobe Mainoo, and I look, oh, Manchester United.
I mean, I keep saying it. I tell people,
Like if
he
you
hasn't actually proven
if
himself.
you want to
He
substitute
hasn't
Bruno
actually proven
Fernandes,
himself.
if you want to substitute
He's
Bruno
not making any
Fernandes,
noise.
if
That's
you want
the
to,
funny thing.
if you
Mine
want
is not actually making a noise. It's just people around him that
yes.
make the noise.
So if you want to substitute Bruno
And that's
Fernandes,
where I don't have
the
a
next
problem
person
with
we'll
the
bring
guy.
in
He doesn't actually
is
make any problem.
probably Kobe Mainoo. Yes.
But Amorim already said he will be out against Newcastle.
Yes, definitely. He's
probably
out. He
picked
picked
up
up
on
injury,
that.
but we know
Yeah.
January transfer window is coming in. But then there's one player at Manchester United that I want to appeal to using this medium. Please,
think I
our
know
producers, give me this opportunity.
I think I know him.
Yes, let me appeal to him to please, December 31st, 2025, once it is 1st of February, please
12 a.m.
pack your bags
and leave Old Trafford.
and leave Old Trafford. Don't go to Carrington to
Oh,
train.
what? Mention his name.
Leave England.
I mean,
Ah,
Trafford.
I
Leave
mean, this
England.
is one man that has started 8 Premier League games for Manchester United this season, and Manchester United has not won any of those 8 matches. I mean, whenever he starts, I know that this match will either be drawn or lost, and most of out of those 8, we've lost in those games. And that is one of the reasons why I wanted to strangle Eric Ten Hag for bringing this man to Old Trafford.
What's his name?
Manuel Ugarte.
I've even
This
forgotten
is
that
one
he's in the
player
team.
that
Sometimes I wonder
PSG
what,
got him.
what
PSG
does-
got
what
him
does he
from
do?
Sporting for 56 million, and
Sold
he
him for 60 something, 67. or
no,
so.
it's the same amount. We bought him, and PSG played him for one season and saw that this guy can only play with Dika Divine at Amawaya. And then PSG decided they even make the game might make guy for us. You see the way PSG called the catwalk for Man U when Man U won.
Nothing cost Sana.
Because of
Nonsense. All
Ten
these
Hag.
deals, like, Ten Hag do nonsense.
See,
No,
see,
this
please,
way
if
by.
you are close to Ten Hag, tell him he should stay off my way.
I beg.
Maybe I no pass the same
United people
road.
don't complain for this podcast. We'll move on.
You understand? So that is me.
Man,
Now
you found
talking about
Book
Chelsea.
of Lamentation.
Now,
Chapter 91.
talking about Chelsea.
Wow.
Talking about Chelsea. I always ask this question. Can a top striker be gotten for £30 million? Remember they went to get
Boy has
Delap.
been injured now. Leave him alone.
They went to
Boy
get
has been
Delap.
injured. Leave him alone.
Yeah, you're not bringing injury.
But you can't blame
Injury
him.
is
Where
part
he's
of
coming
football.
from?
Injury is
Where
part of
is he
football, and injury also affects
They
players.
all
and it's
went
affecting
to
him.
get
Leave him
Delap.
alone.
The same boy they didn't allow top teams to take. They went to take him and they injured him and they've been giving him injuries. Now they went to bring the man that played inside 90 minutes. Yes. And he scored 2 goals and they won the FIFA Club World Cup.
They thought they've gotten a red
They thought
gem.
they've gotten, they said he's the next Ronaldinho.
Yeah.
And now he's at Stamford Bridge picking breads. Joao Pedro.
But he scored
But he
a
shows up
fantastic
when
goal.
exactly he shows
Scored
up
a
when
fantastic goal.
That's why I say he's picking breads.
Composed.
and he also
Have you worked in a
equalized.
bakery?
You already
He
have a
scored the
world-class
equalizing
striker
goal against
compared to
Newcastle.
Joao Pedro.
Have you worked in a bakery before?
No, but you know, Joao Pedro he has never been a point man, like proper number 9.
Okay.
Across the years, at Watford, he was never that guy. Troy Deeney played alongside him. Troy Deeney was the striker. He was
Okay.
more of the winger coming in, just like his
Let
But
me, ask
then-
you, let me ask you one
And then
question.
In
at
Brighton,
as well,
How
Danny
many
Welbeck
goals
was
did
the
you
striker.
score last season
Danny
at
Welbeck
Brighton?
He was mostly penalties. I think he scored 10 league goals. 10 of those, 9 of it were penalties. So he was a penalty taker. And look, honestly, he has never been, even to me, he has never looked a number
So you've
9.
answered
He's just
the-
like Richarlison.
So you've answered the
He's just
question
like
when I
Richarlison.
asked if Chelsea have a team.
No, not necessarily. I mean, the problem...
Because
the
you
problem-
discredited 2 of their top strikers
No,
now.
I didn't discredit Dilap. I said Dilap, I cut him slack. He was injured. He's been injured. He's been injury hit. Look at Alexander Isak. Can you tell me that Isak is not a Premier League proven elite number 9?
Do you want us to go there?
No, I'm just giving you examples. I'm not going there. But
From
I'm trying to
his-
tell you how much injuries can affect players. Fernando Torres, when he made that move popularly to
So
Chelsea.
Isak has been injured. That is why he has not been scoring goals.
Injuries play a part. They affect players. It's not the only reason.
But this is not the same Isak we saw.
That's
at
my
Newcastle.
point. It's not
It's
the
not
only
about
reason.
injury.
Injuries are not the
It's
only
not about
reasons,
injury.
but they play a part as well. And then it depends on the degree of injuries. There are some injuries you will have as a player. I mean, Dilap literally pulled his hamstring and missed 3 months while sprinting after a ball. Michael Owen will tell you that there are some injuries you will get, you will never trust your body again to do some things after that. Imagine just running and then you pull something. You will never run that fast again because you always have it at the back of your mind.
Is it that it was when he came to Chelsea this injury came?
It's possible. I mean, injuries happen whenever.
Is it from a panel?
Wherever.
Is it from a panel? Because I see no reason why a player, they are doing well. Joao Pedro, was decent with his club.
Yes.
Dilap
And
was
then you
decent
come
with his
to
club. And then they
Chelsea.
came to Chelsea, and then you're telling me this is injury.
How about
Joao
Benjamin
Pedro
Sesko?
was scoring penalty goals, at his club. Huh?
How about Benjamin Sesko?
You know what I'm talking about now.
Benjamin Sesko.
Yeah.
Yes, so far so good. He has been a flop. Is that not
far,
what?
so-
Is that not what
I mean,
you
that's
want to
what you
hear?
want to. I mean, everybody knows that.
Everybody
We're
knows
not
that.
arguing that.
Everybody knows
We're not
that.
arguing that.
Yeah.
We have
you guys
owned,
are
we have
so
owned our
comfortable.
shame.
No, we are not comfortable, but we are telling you the facts. So when you get
Now wetin you want hear? Now wetin be the happen,
give us
eh?
excuse, injury and running,
But we not say
hamstring.
injury or no injury.
My brother,
Let's say things that didn't happen.
my brother, see,
things I
in
said are the
football,
things that
in football, I don't take managers that complain of injuries and suspension serious because one thing going into the season.
But Pep complained. He said it was injury
Excuse
that
me,
cost
I
him.
didn't take him
says it.
serious.
Every
I
coach
didn't
You didn't take him
him
serious, that's
Every
good.
coach complains
I didn't take him
about
serious.
injuries
I said
and-
I don't take
and
any coach
suspensions.
that complains about injury and suspension in football serious. If you complain, I will not take you serious at that moment. Because going into the season, especially when you coach top clubs, you're meant to register how many players again? 30, 25? And then you factor in injuries and
30 in the
suspension.
league.
Casemiro was suspended in Man U last game, and then Amorim will come and tell me about Casemiro. Is he okay? I mean, that is what happens in football.
But that doesn't negate the fact that some players sometimes are irreplaceable. For whatever circumstance they are missing. Yes. Look, do you ever expect... See, if you lose your next game, I will absolutely understand if Amorim comes out and says, we probably would have done a lot different if Bruno was in the team.
I will disagree with him.
I will not disagree with him.
I will.
It's just too obvious.
I
Bruno
will.
is Manchester United. Manchester United is Bruno.
I will disagree with
The
him.
only thing you say is, okay, why build your team around a player who is not...
Now you call.
Because Bruno has never been
I will
injury prone.
disagree with you.
Bruno has played almost every game that United
That
have
is
played
where I will
since
disagree with
United.
you
So
because-
I can understand if Amorim comes out.
At this,
Okay. Sorry, before you end the show.
because
Before you end the
this
show.
argument, don't
Yeah, United
drag.
fan, you're so uncomfortable now because we don't...
Which
we don't
uncomfortable?
enter
Which
Before you end the
uncomfortable?
show,
We don't enter your club, you want end program.
Make Mbappe
We
make
don't
Mbappe
enter-
get fit. Only na finger break. No be like saying serious injury.
Make it break the injury.
Madrid no see
If
themselves.
Mbappe go injury,
Madrid no see
the way
themselves.
Hendrick and Gonzalo Garcia go step up, you no go believe him.
All right, let's
Shadid
take
during
the
Club World Cup.
argument.
That's what I said. That's
Let's
why I told
take
you.
the
That's why I told you.
argument to
That's why I told you. I will
the
disagree with you.
conversation.
Sesko go injury.
Tell us what you
Zexi
think.
go was past Sesko.
Tell us what you think in the comment section. Is it about the age, the trophies,
It's about the
injuries?
trophies. What the fans want.
For the first 5 years
See,
of your
no
career as
fan
a
watching
manager, I will never judge you on trophies.
inside 90 minutes. No fan watching us now that you're supporting your club, except you're a Heartland fan, except you're an Arsenal fan. Yes.
Why you bring Heartland
Except-
inside this talk now?
Yes, except
they're
you're a
extremely
Heartland.
loyal.
Heartland
Extremely-
is
they're
Heartland
extremely
is
loyal.
really see. The luck we just had was Cosmos was not here. He tell you about. I mean, he's a Heartland fan.
Yes.
I mean, why will a Heartland fan even want to throw jibes at a Manchester United fan? A club that they will go on relegation, they will buy slots, play in the Premier League, go on relegation
slots
again,
again.
play in the Premier League, go on relegation again.
I mean, very soon
like
they will still appoint
Heartland.
an slot.
Like Heartland.
The slot by-
Come on. In 4 years, 3 relegations in 4 years.
And I support Heartland though.
On that one.
And I support Heartland though.
End the
On that
show.
one, governor.
All right, this has been Inside the 90, a stadium side promotion. All the action, passion, and precision will bring it to you on the program. Brought to you, of course, by Stadium Side. My name is Amarachi Adimuko, the phenomenal voice. And, of course, I did this with the Jadika Divine, Uche, and Emrys.